Hello there. Are we all good? Yeah, can you see my head? I have a head. That's nice. It's nice to have a head. Hello, people. How are you all doing? It's week two. Week two for Halloween Rustle rotations, hopefully. Um, so we are expecting the items to stick around. So these, that, and the likes of the pumpkin, the cauldron, the torch. Yeah, all of these should be staying, but the actual skins should be swapped. We're going to get some different skins today. What might they be? Well, if you seen my recent videos over here, I have been discussing what likely will be picked out. And if we go over to here, we can see that it's going to be from this collection most likely. So that German guy, he made a new collection. He cut down from the original 200 quantity big fat Halloween contest list. He made a new one that was cut down to 100. And yeah, something here that you can see will likely be added within the next hour or so to the next Rustle rotation. But what's it going to be? What's it going to be? And to my surprise, I don't see the Neon Pumpkin Double Armor Door skin. Maybe that's a guarantee. It doesn't need to be on the list. It's already been going to be accepted. But I wouldn't be surprised if today's the day we see a very interesting AK-47 skin being accepted. Whether it's the glow-in-the-dark Midnight Ghost AK-47 or the Nightmare Reptile. Both of them look really interesting. And I'm looking forward to that. So we potentially have that going on. I think we've got a very good chance of seeing a new sniper skin today, an L96 skin, whether it's the likes of the Graveyard L96, the Reaper L96, or the really cool looking Scarecrow L96. Let's wait and see. So lots of potential things that might be appearing, but today I really do think we're going to see a decent amount of doors. Lots of doors to look forward to, potentially. And maybe some clothing. Yes. Hoodie pants, burlap. Lots of potential interesting things that might turn up. We can't predict, but we sure can hope. Alright, now let's just get a good visual for the total amount of sales that we've seen for the past 7 days. With these Halloween skins, it's been ridiculous. So last night we did do our abnormal buy orders with the likes of, 5 skins. And then, of course, the new items themselves. So we'll take a look at those in a minute. But I just want to discuss all of these sales for the items. These skins. So, as we can see, Cultist Deer Skull Mask has over 40,000 sales. And I am connecting this very heavily to the likes of the first poncho we saw in a long time. The Arctic camo poncho. That appeared, and, well, lots of people thought, oh wow, this is the first poncho we've seen in such a long time. Surely it's going to go up in price. Surely it's going to be a great investment. Surely we're never going to see another poncho skin in such a long time. And, well, literally the week after that, no, not the week after that, at the end of that month, I meant to say that. At the end of that month, we saw this appear, the blackout poncho. And then the week after this one, it was the chainmail poncho. So, yeah, that didn't turn out to be very good. This had 42,000 sales. It was oversaturated. Far too much quantity in comparison to the actual demand. So, with too much quantity, more of the quantity ends up getting thrown onto the Steam market afterwards. And, well, all you need to do is take a quick look and you'll see for yourself almost 900 quantity on the Steam market right now. Price now is 61 cents. And if you can recall, this was in the Rust store for 99 cents. Now, will this get bought out and used during December time? Well, we'll see. But there's a lot of quantity to get through. That's the main problem there. But anyway, let's focus from what we can see here. So this is the first Deer Skull Mask skin after almost 3 years, and, well, the appearance of this did cause some of these to go down in price, but there is a bit of a problem. This has over 40,000 sales. There's also the second thing. How likely are you actually going to be using a Deer Skull Mask? It's not really used that much, is it? So you got to think like this. How much demand does this actually have? lots of speculative buys have happened because people assume, oh, surely there will be demand for it, surely the price will go up. Well, far too many people have done some speculative buys, and now we've got over 40,000 sales. Guys, this isn't going to go up in price, this is going to go down in price. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up being around 30 or 40 cents. I'm not joking. This, unfortunately, looks like it's going to suffer for quite some time. I mean, you could take a look at the Rudolph mask, for example, which was also a holiday-themed skin, right? So, this, of course, is Christmas. How well did that fare when it first appeared? Right, went down in price. Sorry, I'm trying to yawn. Yeah, that went down in price. So, during the era this came out, 2019, it had over 10,000 sales. That was fairly ridiculous for that time, that era. And, yeah, it was oversaturated for that era, and it went all the way down to around 75 cents, 80 cents for a 99-cent skin. So, we're seeing potentially the same pattern that's going to happen here. We're going to see a lot of quantity being put on the Steam market. We're not going to see enough justifiable demand to keep the price up. So, yeah, that's becoming a problem. So if you did buy some of these, best of luck, because I don't think you're going to get your money back, or at least not all of it. So as a buy order, I'm going very low ball on this. But I know in good time, we very likely won't be seeing another Deer Skull mask appearing potentially anytime soon. I mean, I said that with the ponchos, and then we saw more poncho skins, so... But yeah, maybe some people will feel incentivized to... skin creators might feel the momentum or the push to think, oh, actually, if we've just seen a new Deer Skull mask being accepted, surely I could make one and get that accepted as well. So maybe we'll see more skins appearing on the workshop, but we'll see. But anyway, let's stick to the point. In the long term, I do think Cultist Deer Skull mask will go up in price. However, it's going to be a long time, and I'm sure most of you people don't want to sit around and wait, and that's half the reason why I think it's going to suffer, because all of you that don't want to sit around and wait are going to put these on the Steam market, so self-fulfilling prophecy, sort of. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to go maybe between 30 to 50 cents. I don't think it's going to hold its price. I do think it's going to suffer. Let's go and see what happens. So, yeah, too many sales... quite a bit of a problem. But now we have the zombie bearskin rug. So this has 35,000 sales. It is the first bearskin rug since the werewolf rug. But there is a bit of difference, because bearskins do get used in bases. They're one of the best things that you can get comfort from. Comfort, very helpful, very handy when you want to recuperate yourself. You want to get all your health back. So yeah, it also is glow in the dark, and it's very noticeable glow in the dark. So you could have this in your rooms at night time when you don't have electricity on the ceiling. You would be able to navigate around your room just based on where you can see where the position of the head is, the arms, the tail end. Do you get what I mean? So that's helpful. So this does get used, the actual item itself, and the skin very likely will be used a lot as well, due to the helpfulness of its glow-in-the-dark nature. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to hold its price in the short term, though. I do expect it to go below its rust or price. Otherwise, I would have bought some right here, right now, wouldn't I? But, yeah. Gentlemen, that right there is looking to potentially end up at around maybe $1, $1.20. I think I can expect it to go slightly below its rust or price. Again, over 35,000 sales. It's a bit absurd, isn't it? And of course, as I've mentioned many times, with the upcoming CSGO content, with the CSGO Major, and potentially a CSGO operation, everything that I see here, I wouldn't be surprised going down below its rust or price the very second Halloween is over with, and then we have that CSGO stuff coming out and taking up all the attention and making people panicky and want to liquidate what they have to put towards that. So yeah, let's just kind of keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm gonna go push for $1, and I might push up to around $2. If you want to be more safer, go a bit less than $1. But I do think it will have more demand in comparison to the likes of the Deer Skull mask. So yes, I do expect it to suffer, but I don't expect it to suffer too badly. Now we have the Poncho, the spiderweb Poncho, and, well, we've had far too many Poncho skins in such a short amount of time. Ever since the beginning of September, we've had 4 of these. It's been, what, 6-7 weeks? 4 Poncho skins in 6 to 7 weeks. It's too many. Too many have appeared. Their prices aren't doing very good. I mean, let's just quickly show that again. Red, 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 not good. That's not going to hold its price. It's got a fairly high amount of sales, almost 25,000. I don't expect it to do very nicely, purely based on the fact that we've had too many Poncho skins fairly recently as well. Too many options. If someone wanted a Poncho skin, they would have probably bought that already. Most likely the blackout one. So, yeah. Be prepared. That's likely to go below its restore price as well. I mean, it will. I fully expect it to. So, again, I might just do 50 cents. 40, 50 cents is what I'll probably go for. And now Kraken Shell. So Kraken Shell Tier 3 is not too hard to really explain, because I don't expect to potentially see any more Kraken Shell, especially after Halloween. This was made for Halloween, and we're not going to see any more Halloween skins until, well, after today, next year. So Kraken Shell is going to be in a bit of an awkward position where it's going to be incomplete. And people don't like to invest into incomplete things. Especially armour pieces. So, yeah, I'm probably only going to put down maybe 30 to 40 cents. I've seen this happen many times in the past, especially with, like, last year, for example. Last year we had the pumpkin armour. Where is that pumpkin armour? Pumpkin armour. Yeah, this got super cheap. Take, for example, let's see how low it went. Yeah, it got real bad. This was selling for like 42 cents, 45 cents for a while. Right now it's selling for 53 cents. So it's Halloween time and it's still only 53 cents. Yeah. So you've been warned. I hope you're prepared for that. So yeah, Halloween themed skins, very gimmicky Halloween themed skins tend to suffer. But, you know, Kraken Shell isn't super Halloween-y, is it? It's not super gimmicky for Halloween. Yes, it's kind of scary looking, but that could have easily have come out any other week. And, yeah, it's not like people look at that and think, oh yeah, Halloween. No. So, with the likes of that, just because it's incomplete, I think it's going to suffer. I'd be very surprised if we see more Kraken Shell appearing in the workshop, because isn't this supposed to be Halloween only? And will Face Punch treat it as such and not accept it if this was potentially getting more pieces in the workshop? We'll see. But as of now, not super keen on it, not super behind it. I'm not going to offer too much. I've seen the patterns before with Halloween armor and clothing skins. It's much better to play it super safe with the prices. And then we have the cap. And I've said this already. We don't see the caps going that high up in price. So yeah, friendly cap's doing alright and forest camo cap's doing alright. But these came out a long time ago. 7 years ago to be exact. Now, this came out 5 years ago, but it only went up to $4. And that had, there's only apparently 100 of these in circulation, so that's only gone up to $4, and it's been 5 years. For this, with the amount of sales it's had, I don't think so. I don't feel super invested into it. Honestly, I feel worried for it as well. I might just do 40 cents to 50 cents. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm thinking. So, sorry if I'm a bit tired, chat. Sorry if I'm a bit tired. I really do feel it. My eyes are getting heavy. Oh, sorry. The last night was not the best. But, yeah. I'm not super keen on that. So, let's just quickly go with the prices. 30 to 50 cents. Yeah, 30 to 50 cents. For this, I'd probably go maybe 80 cents to $1.20. It depends how aggressive you want to be. Safe or aggressive, the option's yours. Poncho, 40 to 50 cents. These two, 30 to 40 cents. And this right here, 30 to 50 cents. If you want to hold on to these for a year and sell them next year around Halloween time, be my guest. You know, you can do that, but it's probably not going to be the most fun thing to hold on to. So yeah, not super keen on these skins. We've already had the very interesting skins come out, those being the abnormals, and you know what? Maybe I'm going to move on to talking about those, because we also had the Halloween items, so we can discuss those as well. It's not like I can show you the amount of sales. Right, so let's just take a quick look at you. So last night, this had quite a lot of investment towards it. We discussed how we would expect this to potentially suffer for a bit, because we are expecting this to be in the Rust store for 2 weeks. So with the Rust store rotation that's potentially looming. Come on, accepted in game. No, no new things. Sorry, I had a pop up in the background. So yeah, remember to keep refreshing accepted in game. So yeah, we're expecting this to stick around for 2 weeks. Based on what we see here with the support, other people might notice this and they think, oh, you know what? Buying Cultist Deer Torches might be a very good potential moneymaker. I'm going to go buy even more. So yeah, that could be a problem. So with the next Rust rotation, more could end up being bought, and we could end up seeing even more being put on the Steam market. It hasn't been 24 hours yet, and yet we still sit here and see 73 on the market. 73 on the market, and it's only been 18 hours. Oh, yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have quite a lot appearing, and that's why I suggested, based on what I've seen in the past, you're not offer between maybe $1 to $2. The bulk of it is sitting around $1 and $2. So yeah, there were more people, more interested people popping in, trying to potentially get this at a cheaper price. Fair play to them. But if they're trying to buy these in terms of being an investment, I think they're offering a bit too high. As time goes on, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes below its Rust store price. But the fact that this is the only torch skin, and torches do get used quite a lot in game, wouldn't be surprised if it actually maintains its price. If it actually maintains a decent price close to the price it sold for in the Rust store, and next year, around August time, it potentially being above its Rust store price. Maybe a comfortable $6 or so. You know, that very well could happen. And now we're looking at the baseball bat. Baseball bat, da da da, ha da da da, la da 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 da. Right, so 606 requests to buy. It's got a decent amount of buy order support, but it's only going up to $1.50. So we are aware that maces, so this is a mace skin. Maces apparently can be skinned now. Mace's got a buff. Maces are now one shot, I was about to say one shot kill on barrels. You can't kill a barrel, you just break him and hurt his feelings. But you can one shot barrels now. And quite a lot of people do like to run around roads and whack barrels to grab what they can and then go to the recycler. That is definitely a method of play. So this definitely potentially has some functional usage, as in people do want to actually run around with a mace for a particular reason. That's fine. So will there be a sense of actual demand, which would potentially lead to demand to use the skins, which could potentially mean higher skin prices? So we normally attribute this to like gun demand. So if the gun does get used a lot in game, so it has a lot of demand to be used, then there's usually the demand to use the skins to pair up with it, which would then lead to higher skin prices. So that's what I'm trying to allude to here. But this is the only mace skin that we currently have. Let's see what happens from here on now. And let's also point out these Halloween items, yes, they've just been introduced literally a week ago this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they get brought back again next year. So that's also something that we had to take into consideration. So here we are with the hockey mask. Hockey mask has less support in comparison to the deer torch. So that's a bit of a surprise, but then again, this is oh so very expensive. And in the Rust store right now, this is selling for $8 a piece. But I sat here and said, I've seen instances in the past where I've seen expensive new items come out and then they instantly lose their value. And that's quite a problem. With this right here, I could foresee that potentially happening all over again. And I sat here and said, chat, you know what? Maybe you just want to go around $1. Maybe you want to just go around up to $2. By default, I think this is going to end up between $2 to $3 on the Steam market. Give it a month or so. Wouldn't be surprised. Give it around February time, so after post-Christmas and all that, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets cheap again and ends up around $2 to $3 around that period of time. So, yeah, this is not something I consider being worth $8. However, how many of these have actually been bought? Because only 18 of them have appeared so far on the Steam market in comparison to 73 on the Cultist Deer Torch. So, yeah, right. So, we can't actually understand or know how many of these are in circulation. So, I mentioned this last night. With an item, with a skin, because it's made by an actual person, it has a workshop page. We can reference the current subscribers, and when you buy a skin from the Rust store, you become a current subscriber. But if you bought 50 of them, it would still only register as one. So that's where SCM calculates how many are likely in circulation. Thank you for the sub, Turtle, much appreciated. So with the skin we can see it, but with an item which is made by Face Punch, it doesn't have a workshop page. We cannot reference or figure out how many likely are bought, how many are likely in circulation. So this is the awkward part. I am led to believe quite a lot of these have been bought. And if we're going to reference from our small pocket of data, if this has about double compared to this, then yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we end up maybe around maybe a few hundred of these in the Steam market within the next 7 days, and with these, maybe around up to 100. We shall see, we shall see. If we start seeing these getting super cheap, I wouldn't be surprised if people start panicking and unloading their stock. That very likely could happen. It's literally just a face mask skin. That is it. Even though it is an item, it's just a face mask skin. So yeah, we would expect these, and these, and these. All of these Halloween items we are expecting to potentially stick around for 2 weeks. The ones that are currently in the Rust store, that is. So I would expect these to be sticking around for 2 weeks. But how much lower could they potentially go? Well, that's what we're going to learn. That's what we're going to find out. Maybe they don't get brought back for the next Rust rotation. Again, we'll find out. We'll learn. We'll see. So, yeah, that's me discussing all of those. Now let's talk about the skins. So, here we are with the Slime Monster Sar. Hello, Slime Monster Sar. Over 1,000 requests to buy, but quite a lot of very low ball buy order amounts with very high quantity requests. So yeah, 63 cents, it's a bit too low. At 480 requests to buy, that's just pointless to me. So I think there's quite a reasonable amount of these that are like fake buy orders. They're not actually legit, they're just trying to make it seem more valuable than what it actually is. Faking demand, I guess you could say. So this right now is this is a skin that you can go buy for $2.49. The buy order support is only going up to literally it's only going up to about $1.70. So this isn't looking pretty good at the moment. But with the amount of sales this had, barely just under 15,000 for such a unique looking SAR skin. I think it does potentially have a pretty decent future ahead of it. It's got a very unique skin design to it. So again, we shall see. That's my thoughts. I've done my buy order on this. I'm happy with what I put down, but will it work out well? Again, time will tell. So that's that. Let me delete these. Right, Ancient Cursed Rocket Launcher. Haven't seen many rocket launcher skins these past 12 months, and well, I'm looking at this and made some considerations. This is selling in the Rust store right now for $2.49, and unfortunately the buy order support's only going up to about $1.50. Oh dear. So this very likely won't maintain its price. This very likely won't be sticking at around $2.50. Wouldn't be surprised if it starts to crash and burn the very second Halloween's over with. It's unfortunate to sit here and say, but it's just the way it is. And pumpkin storage box. I sat here and said this seems a bit too gimmicky for Halloween. It's quite literally a jack-o'-lantern. Do you want to have this all year? Are you going to want to have it during December, February, April, June, July? Do you get what I mean? Is it super necessary? Yes, small boxes have been used a whole lot more recently. They got a buff. They have more storage space. Very helpful, very handy. Sorry, I'm really struggling to stay awake. So basically, I attributed this to a skin I saw appear last year, and that suffered. So I went fairly lowball on this. I only went up to about 90 cents and about... I did like 85 cents and 95 cents. I think this is going to struggle. And yes, the buy orders are currently only going up to about $1.20 for a $1.49. No. This is a $1.99 skin, yes. Right, that's not looking too good then. Doesn't look like it's going to be maintaining that $2 price, is it? And again, it's got these very high quantity, very lowball buy order requests. That's why it's got such a high amount of requests. I don't know who's doing it. Don't fully know why he's doing it. I can only assume he's trying to make it seem more valuable than what it actually is. So this. I wanted to discuss this. Why? Hedge, what's so special about it? I've had some of these sell to me. I've also been selling stickers, so we might be here for a while. Come on. Let's keep moving. Yep, there you go. I've had 2 sell to me already. 2 zombie furnaces got sold to me last night. So, yes, right now, this is selling in the Rust store for $1.99, but the buy order support goes all the way up to around $1.80. And honestly, for what this looks like, an insane looking furnace skin, and yes, it did sell quite a high amount, over 33,000. I think it's got a pretty decent future ahead of it. Now, I do expect it to go below its Rust store price. That 100% I'm prepared for. But I don't think it's going to last too long, and I really do feel like this is going to bounce back. And I really do feel like that's going to do very nicely when times are good. When times are good, when people are playing Rust a whole lot more, they'll see that skin and they'll think, damn, buddy, I need that in my base. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm assuming. Looks cool. It has sold a lot, but that's most likely due to the demand for, hey, it looks cool. People want it. So yeah, looking pretty good. I've bought a couple. Wouldn't be surprised if I potentially fill up all of what I've requested. But I do have buy orders above me. So we'll see what happens from there. And the price I bought those other furnaces for, cheaper than the price I requested. Come on, Hedge. You can keep this up. You can stay awake. So yeah, zombie furnace. Looking pretty good. Yeah, but I wouldn't want to buy some. And again, lots of weird buy orders down here. Now we've got the Witch Altar Locker. And locker skins do get used a lot. Well, locker skins... I was expecting quite a long time to never see another one appear. Turns out it was only going to be another 3-4 months. Yep, here we are. We've got a new Halloween one. Looking pretty good. Buy order support. Going all the way up to around $1.60. This is currently in the Rust store for $1.99. Glows in the dark. It's got a very cool aesthetic to it, but it's very gimmicky for Halloween. Will this hold? Will people still want to use this throughout all of the year? Maybe. But then again, here's the other thing. We do have a Christmas one that still sells very nicely. Here, $8 a piece. This one right here. Very gimmicky for Christmas. Still went up in price. So, if we don't see many new locker skins, people do buy out the cheaper ones. And eventually they're not cheap anymore. So, yeah, that's basically that. So, we went through all the abnormals. Got my links ready. So I've told you the prices I want to do for the regular skins, and my order in terms of preference for how I'm going to approach them. I'm going to focus the Bearskin rug first, then the Cultist deer skull mask, then I'm going to go for the tier 3, and then I'm going to Poncho, then the tier 3, then the zombie cap. Saving zombie cap for last because I just don't fully I'm not super invested in it, not super trustful for it. So cap skins, yeah. Okay, and alright, all good. So, chat, we have had quite a bit of a discussion recently with the likes of the Cursed Cauldron and whatnot, because that Cursed Cauldron, if you are aware, and it looks like that hunting assault rifle's being pumped. Maybe we'll look at that in a minute. Yeah, do you recall, last night, this had... 66 requests to buy at almost $6, and literally a couple of days before that it was like 150 requests to buy at $6. Well, that guy instantly removed his buy order, and well, now we're down to around $5 on this side. So yes, as you can see, the price is steadily starting to go down, and the more people that are able to sell theirs, the more you're going to see on the Steam market, the more you're going to see this go down in price. So overall, It's now starting to happen. Everybody that bought some last week are able to sell them now. Quantity is going to increase. Price is going to go down. But if you've got the perfect buy order, you'll be buying these for super cheap. If you hold on to them for next Halloween, well, you'll be able to sell these for a much nicer profit. Ooh. So yeah, something to be aware of, something to enjoy. And someone keeps asking, oh, look at the hunting assault rifle. Look at the hunting assault rifle. I can see that, yes. That is getting bought out. That looks like a pump. The beginning of a new pump, basically. So, there you go. 24 of them got bought. Okay, cool. So, pump watch, keep an eye on the hunting assault rifle. That's something to be aware of. And also, carvable pumpkin. What happened to you? $277 on the market. Price right now is $2.70. It's unfortunate, isn't it, chat? Far too many people trying to sell them, which is weird because there was a limited amount available. I don't know what to sit here and say. So, yeah, I think that's that. I think we've got everything covered. I've explained what I'm doing. I've explained the prices. I've shown the abnormals. You know what? We can show off something very, very scary. I can show you a trophy. Oh my. Oh no. Has anyone bought one recently? 2 days ago. Oh dear. So 2 days ago, someone bought one of these for around $115 almost. Oh god. Chat, remember, do not buy these. Do not buy these. Please, please, please do not buy these. We are very likely potentially going to get these again for free. Alright? It's not worth $115. No way. No way whatsoever. Alright? I have to keep saying this every single week because people are still buying them. They are not worth $115. The very second that you buy it, it's instantly non-tradable, non-marketable. You'll never be able to get your money back. That's it. Gone. Poof. So, I've warned you enough. I've warned you enough. So, back to over to here. Chat, what will we see happen? What will we see being added? I don't know, but we can wait and see in a bit. So what did you just say? Hatson, what did you just say? Okay. Right. Okay. Hello. Hello, people. I didn't notice. I've noticed now. Hello. Oh, well done, Micro. Your door got in. Oh, wait, that's a lot of skins. Whoa, that's a lot of skins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 skins. Sorry, we were going to do a giveaway, but I don't think we're doing that now. At Rust. Rotation. Let's go. So, Rug from Hell, not surprised, that looks cool. But yeah, Hatson, your double armored door wasn't even accepted into the collection. What was going on there? That was weird. I don't think we got the glow-in-the-dark AK. We didn't get the glow-in-the-dark one. Alright, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, depression has set back in again, and back to being upset. Cool. So, can I see the skins, or am I broken? I'm broken. I'm broken inside. I'm upset. I am sad. Right. If I turn off this. Right, so that's not fixing anything. Why does this happen to me? Right then, okay, let's just go straight for it. Right then, gentlemen, so the Rustor rotation has in fact happened. Yep, new skins, lots of new skins, 15 new skins, and as I expected, the items have remained, and now we've got all these new skins to look at, and all of these new skins to discuss. So, all of the regular skins have now appeared, we'll discuss them in a second. Just wanted to point out, the thing I was worried about, don't worry about that, that's the wrong thing here we are. Yeah, that happened. So, that's unfortunate. I could only do one buy order on each skin. Oh. So, let's go take a real quick look at this bearskin rug because someone's just put down 1,000 requests to buy at $1. I don't think that's serious. I think that guy's just kind of mucking around. I don't think he will be keeping his buy order there forever. Yeah, okay. 1,000. So anyway, just to point out, the bulk of the buy order, aside from that, was sitting at around 80 cents. And then there was a fairly decent one at around $1. But it's not really going higher than at $1.20. So people are cautious. I warn them that there's a very good chance this will go below its rustore price, which is $1.49. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down a bit, but it is useful. It looks like it will be in demand, so it should be alright. Now, let's go quickly look at the Cultist Deer Skull Mask. And yeah, buy orders kind of not looking as good. Certainly no 1,000 quantity request right there. Prices only going up to about 78 cents. People are aware of the potential problems. This has had far too many sales. It's likely not going to get used that much in terms of, okay, when do you actually ever use a Deer Skull Mask? Role players. Role players probably will enjoy it, but role players aren't exactly going to be able to keep the price up, keep the value interesting. So with that, I'm not surprised this is fairly low. The bulk of it is around 50 cents, and that's what I would expect it to be at. Not looking very good here with the Cultist Deer Mask. And now with the Spiderweb Poncho, again, similar situation. We've had far too many Poncho skins recently. They're all in the negative. This is looking like it's also going to end up in the negative. It ended up with over 25,000 sales. People just aren't really 100% sure whether that's going to be a good idea or not. Yeah, buy orders are sticking at around 50 cents. That is where it's currently positioned. Around 50 cents, the bulk of it. Yes, it does go up quite a fair bit to 60, but that easily could disappear. So 50 cents seems to be where this likely will end up at. Kraken shell. So, yeah, very low buy orders. People don't have a lot of faith in this. It did sell a lot. It did sell quite a lot. You know what? Let's just quickly verify that. So, SCMM, can you just quickly update? How many sales did we get in the Kraken shell? 19,000 on the face mask and 18,400 on the chest plate. That's not low. That's a lot. So, yeah, that's looking to be a potential problem. Not like that type of problem, but, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. Over to here. Yep, so this is the face mask, as you can see. And the bulk of it is sitting at around 40 cents, seems to be where most of all of this is. So, no faith in it. Maybe we'll be surprised and we'll see some more Kraken shell stuff in the future, near future? No, I don't think so. This is supposed to be Halloweeny, and I don't think he'll be allowed to continue it when it's not Halloween, so we shall see. And then the chest plate looking exactly the same. So this has 395 requests to buy. This has 365 requests to buy. But again, literally the same sort of positions, 40 cents, sort of 50 cents. It's not going to hold its value. It is going to go down. And now we have the zombie cap, the last skin to appear in the market. And the bulk of the buy orders pretty much sitting at around 50 cents as well. We just don't have a lot of faith in these skins, and we expect them to get pretty cheap fairly quickly. In the short term, most likely yes, 100%. So, zombie bearskin rug, let's see if that sticks around. This is the skin that's most likely going to hold its value out of all of these regulars. Then you got the likes of the deer skull. Too many sales happened. 40,000 sales for a deer skull mask is probably not for the best. So with that, this is their current build-up. Not looking the best. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Only the bearskin rug is the one I really had a lot of faith in. And even then, I still think it's going to go below its rustore price. So let's just quickly go to the rustore. We can quickly find out what isn't abnormal. So we've got all the new skins here now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 new skins. Now, what's abnormal? This is not abnormal. This is abnormal. This is not abnormal. This is not abnormal. This is 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 not abnormal. That's not abnormal. That's not abnormal. This is abnormal. This is abnormal. That is not abnormal. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of these new 15 skins are abnormal. And look at that, a rock skin. My God. Right, so looking pretty cool, looking pretty cool. Now we can discuss the prices. Now we can discuss what is likely going to be happening with all of these skins. So, let's just take a real quick scroll down and let's start with the Rug from Hell, which immediately is in the lead with the sales. Part of the From Hell collection. It is, well, oh, sorry, it refreshed. The computers have been a bit weird, sorry about that. So, From Hell collection. When times are good, it's in the positive, it's deployables. When times are bad, it's this. And this doesn't look very good. This is affecting all the skins currently. All the skins are badly affected and they're very likely going to go down a bit worse. Guys, this is abnormal. We don't need to rush into buying this. Rug from Hell, rug skins in general. I think this is the second glow-in-the-dark rug skin. Yep. The first one was The first glow-in-the-dark rug skin was Panamanian, right? Now we've got Rug from Hell. I think, with its interesting looking design, that's probably going to be a pretty in-demand skin in the future. But it is very dependent in how many of these sell. If you recall, the likes of Single Armour Door earlier this year had just over 20,000 sales. Probably a bit too much, even though that sold for $4, had over 21,000 sales. It's below its retail price by quite a bit, 24%. So yeah, deployables have not been super great. These recent From Hell skins, but that rug should be all right. It should be all right. The best thing to compare it to will be that Panamanian rug, and that had over 20,000 sales. So let's just wait and see how many sales it's got on Wednesday or Thursday. Then we can take a consideration in what to do. But that is abnormal. That Rug from Hell is abnormal. I'm not rushing to do anything. I'm fine with what it is. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that for now. Demonic Raven Door. Very cool looking skin. Congratulations to my good friend Mr. Micro and his associate Mr. Morphus. Yeah, it's been a while for this guy. But for Mr. Micro, that's the first skin he's been attached to that's been accepted. So congratulations, buddy. And yeah, very cool looking design. Interesting. It is a sheet metal door. I'm sorry, Micro. You know the routine. It's an interesting looking glow-in-the-dark sheet metal door skin. It's not super flashy, but it does have that positive in that the glow seems to only be in that portion. Do you remember when we were talking about late at night when you go outside your base? A lot of glow-in-the-dark doors will give off your position, but if that glow is only in that top half, that's a positive, because you can duck and people wouldn't notice you at night time, and that's good. So that's a very minor thing. We'll discuss it more on the Saturday Skin Showcase. If you know, we'll see if it does have that. But sheet metal door skins, as you can see, have not been faring well. So I'm very iffy, but it is abnormal. I don't need to rush into buying it. I can wait until Wednesday or Thursday, then make a decision. I'm going to be saying this a lot. Ghostly Flame Garage Door, part of the Ghostly Flame collection. Nice to see another addition to this. However, there is a bit of a problem. Last year, we had the sheet metal door and, well, sold 26,000 sales, and it's not looking too good, is it? So, this garage doors, do they get used more than sheet metal doors? I'm not sure if people can easily answer that. But this is abnormal. It's much wider. People will notice this a whole lot more. So if that's a positive, I guess that's something good to look forward to. I'm going to sit here and say we have had a lot of garage door skins come out this year. Quite recently too as well. It wasn't too long ago where we saw like three in a month. There you go. This and this and this. and this. Yeah, all of these appearing fairly close to each other. And they're all in the negative at the moment, which again is a problem. This most likely is going to suffer as well. So if this sheet metal door didn't do too well, will this suffer as well? I don't know, but it's abnormal, and I don't need to worry about it too much now. I can wait until Wednesday or Thursday, see how many have sold, then build up a good idea of what buy order I might want to do on it, because it's abnormal, do my abnormal buy order, and if there's loads of support afterwards, I can then consider whether or not I want to actually go ahead and buy these on Thursday. Does that make sense? Is that all good? Now we have the Skull Mausoleum furnace, guys. No, it's not really that special. It's not super standout. Compare that with the zombie furnace. Super standout, very awesome looking design, very noticeable. It's got great visuals. It's very... I hate to say it, because yes, this is wacky, and I don't want to come across as promoting wacky because it's silly and funny and haha. No. I know what people want. They don't want laid back. I don't want to say laid back. Restricted, down to earth designs. They want really out there type of designs. That's what tends to do well. So that's why I think this is going to be doing all right, and that's why I think this one immediately probably isn't going to be doing all right. But again, we can just wait and see on Wednesday, see how well it's doing then we can make a decision. But that's not abnormal, and by default, I'm going to sit there and say I'm not that interested in it. Ghost Pumpkin large box. So this is a continuation. Last year we had the little box, and now we've got the big box. So we might see some more Ghost Pumpkin deployables next year, maybe. Wonder what we'll see. Wonder what could be next. Maybe a rug. I don't know. Maybe what else could you even add? Furnace? You could do a ghost pumpkin furnace. That could be done, yeah. So, large boxes. We haven't seen many of them this year that weren't part of a big collection. What do you mean, Hedge? Well, we've had quite a lot of graffiti storages fairly recently, and pretty much all of them are in the negative except the super invested into ones. Wood, guns, ammo, and components. Damn, buddy. So, yeah, just a nice visual to see how pretty much all the skins are being badly affected at the moment with this current November time switch. As we hit November, that's usually when we see the lowest prices for all Rust skins. But then when we get out of November, that's when we're going to start seeing a nice rise up. So yeah, this is a pretty noticeable visual. And the most recent skin is also down 11%. This is gimmicky for Halloween, and the best thing I could probably apply this to is its counterpart, the small box. We've already seen that earlier. Small box got cheap about a month after Halloween last year. So with this, I probably expect it to be fairly similar. It's a glow-in-the-dark large box. Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in it, but it's also abnormal. Don't need to rush into buying it. I told you I was going to say this a lot. Right, Midnight Ghost. I liked it a lot, but the unfortunate thing is this one isn't the glow-in-the-dark one. I honestly expected the glow-in-the-dark one to be the one that gets accepted. We've had glow-in-the-dark AKs before, most notably ones that came out during Halloween. Unfortunately, this one is not the glow-in-the-dark version, which I thought stood out very, very nicely. It's an AK skin. It's not looking too good, is it? Hunting assault rifle, we noticed that this was getting pumped. This is starting to get pumped up. So if you're looking at that thinking, oh, but that one, yeah, no, that one's starting to get manipulated. So let's not consider this one. Let's look at all of the other ones. Down 56, down 62, down 56. Yeah, this isn't looking very good. So that is unfortunate. So yeah, the unfortunate demise of all AK-47 skins. There's always going to be another AK-47 skin in about 2 weeks' time. So, not looking good. Scarecrow Rock. Right, this is the first rock skin to have appeared since February? Did I get my trivia right? Rebar Rock, 24th of February 2022. It's been that long. Centuries I have waited. So basically, because we haven't seen that many rock skins in such a long time, a lot of these got bought out, even the very cheap ones. So Rock skins looking pretty good at the moment. Now, the best thing that I can compare this to is the pumpkin rock. Very similar visual. Yep, literally practically the same design. That glows in the dark. This glows in the dark. Very similar idea. But I only expect this to do quite well when it's Halloween time. During every other part of the year, is it too gimmicky for Halloween? I'm going to sit there and say, I don't think so. Again, it just kind of looks like a bit of a voodoo doll or something. I know it's supposed to be a Scarecrow. But I think that can still get used. I think people still like it. I think people would still appreciate it. Will it go below its rust price? Oh yeah, I still think that would happen, yes. But it's abnormal. I don't need to rush into buying it. Looking pretty good. Very happy to see a rock skin finally get accepted after such a long time. Happy to see it. Let's see what happens from here on now. Ghostly sleeping bag. Right. So, Mr. Hatson, your double armoured door wasn't accepted, which was quite depressing. But now we've got your sleeping bag being accepted. So for the past 3 sleeping bags, well, 2 sleeping bags, Outer Planets and Molten Visage glow in the dark, we haven't seen a sleeping bag in almost 4 months. That's how long the gap was from here to here. So this is an interesting looking design, very standout. And you know what? I've noticed something. This is white. This might want to be used in Arctic areas. I just realised that. It might be a budget polar sleeping bag. Do you know the one I'm trying to talk about? What's that polar sleeping bag? There's a sleeping bag that it's pure white. Why am I looking here when I can just look on scmm? Hedge, honestly. This is very similar. Well, you got Doodle Bag as well, but there's a there it is, Winter Scout. But it's not that expensive, so maybe that doesn't matter too much. But you've also got the comic sleeping bag. Alright, so maybe that point doesn't really have much substance to it. It's a nifty looking skin. It's got glow in the dark. Remember, glow in the dark sleeping bags are helpful very early on with your base, because if you don't have electricity set up, it's nice to have some glow in the dark deployables to help you navigate around your base when it's pitch black dark. Helpful, useful, nice. So that right there, it is abnormal. What am I going to say? I don't need to rush into buying it. I'm going to wait until Wednesday or Thursday. Because honestly, at the very least, I really don't think I will be buying any skins for a while. Just buy orders. Yeah, that seems like the best way to go. To keep in check, 100% knowing I'm not going to lose any money. Buy orders at a much more tamer price probably will be the way I manage to not lose too much money. And if you recall, I'm doing a pretty good job losing a lot of money. Which account was it? Was it over here? Is it this one? Yeah, this account. Still getting dumped on. What things have you bought now? What things have you bought now? Yep. Skullkiller Roadside Gloves. Where did all this come from? Well, it came from my buy orders. But I can afford to keep doing it. And when post-Christmas happens, towards the end of December, I will sell all of that for maybe double the price. I'm confident in that. I've seen it happen many times in the past. I just have to survive these next few weeks. Halloween wooden door. Well, unfortunately, it's a wooden door. $2. Oh dear. I'm just going to immediately say no. Yeah. Do you need a good enough reason why? I mean, I'm showing it to you right now. Not a single wooden door skin this year has done well. So, no thank you. Right, we got the pumpkin armour. Right, remember what I said. Skins that are very gimmicky for a holiday tend to suffer the most. That is an instant no. I am not chasing these. I will do a very low ball buy order on them, and that is my answer. I do not have a lot of faith in what I'm looking at there. It's unfortunate to say, my apologies to the guy that made the skin, but I've seen this happen many times, and you can literally go and see. We already showed it off earlier. Last year we had like some pumpkin armour, didn't we? Where is it? How's it doing now? So we've had tier 3 dead pumpkin face mask and chest plate. Even right now, as it's Halloween time, or pretty much very close to it, this is still down by 23%. This is still down by 44%. Super gimmicky skins for a holiday don't really ever do too well. And this armour, if it does really badly, it's not going to recover even when Halloween rolls in for next year. So that's something to be prepared for. And me moving out of the thing, I think, caused me to get shuffled around. But I think we're alright. Because the next one would have been Ghost Halloween SAR. So, remember what I talked about with that Slime Monster SAR? How it stands out, looks very interesting, very unique design. This Ghost Halloween SAR is the opposite. It's very tame. It's not super noticeable, not super flashy. It's not super unique. I've seen a very similar style to it, much like with the Iron Wolf SAR, which is all just metal with a neat sort of visual on the side and whatnot. I don't mean to hate on it, but I'm talking in terms of investment, not looking too good. And even when we've got the Blackout SAR, probably the best SAR you could buy right now, that's down 33%. So, yeah, SAR skins at the moment, probably not the best thing to put your money towards. But in good time, when times are good, they might easily turn it around and start being very, very nice after that. So, yeah. Now, a lot of people were talking about that Ghost Blaster double barrel shotgun. Might as well talk about it now. That's Ghostbusters, isn't it? Straight up Ghostbusters. How have they managed to get away with that? Surely copyright. Copyright? Well, anyway, so I guess that happened. Not a pump shotgun in sight, just a double barrel shotgun yet again. And as I've said, another double barrel shotgun yet again. We've had like 10 this year. Can we stop? Can we see a pump shotgun skin, please? So we've had them since Glister. So this is number 9. Look at all the prices. Not looking very good. Oh no. Yeah. I am not 100% confident in that double barrel shotgun. And now we have the Crossbones Crossbow. And what was the most recent Crossbow skin that we had? That would be Glister Crossbow. And that's down by 33%. Comics Crossbow is even down in price. What did I say? The Arctic areas would probably... this would probably be a great benefit in the Arctic areas. But unfortunately, even that's down in price. So yeah, all skins currently down in price. This is unfortunate. This is how it is. This is how things are. We can't escape it. This is life. That's just the way it is. So, yeah. Everything here except the rock, maybe the sleeping bag, the sheet metal door maybe, the rug, and maybe the large box. Everything looks very I don't have a lot of faith into it. And what dictates the value most of all is, or what in terms of what I would offer for them, what's going to impact most of it is how many sell. Now with the ridiculous amount of purchasing we saw the previous week, I reckon it'll be a lot more tamer this week. I think people will calm down. I would not be surprised if we see people be a lot more calmer with the second week. This had a whole bunch of interesting looking deployables. Not surprised that these sold very nicely. But with this batch, whilst there's a lot of skins, which could also be half the reason why that there won't be as many sales, I don't think these are super crazy standout skins, and I don't expect super duper crazy amounts of sales. Quite high, yeah. I would expect a decent amount still to sell, but just not as nothing like almost 40,000 sales. Let's go with that. I am keeping my eye on you, Mr. Rock. I think you're probably maybe the best option out of everything here. But I do like your door, Mr. Micro, and at the moment that's selling very nicely. And the rug in the long term, I feel very safe with. That's looking perfectly fine. And remember, in your base, glow-in-the-dark deployables, you can put that in your walls, you can put it on your ceiling, you can put it on the floor. It will help you navigate around your base in pitch black darkness. Sounds good. So, yeah, we've been talking for quite some time, haven't we, chat? But that's just the way it is. So, I've given you my word. Let's just quickly see what everything looks like on the front page. And nothing really stands out. So we will be expecting more regular skins. It's not going to be Halloween next week. We're not going to be seeing any more Halloween skins next week. Back to normal as of Monday. And just to give you a nice quick insight, we've seen the likes of Blackout SMG here, Black Gold Crossbow here, Techwear hoodie and pants right there. So we got some interesting things that have already been put in the workshop, but next week we will see even more, and that is when we start predicting what likely will come out for next Thursday's Rustle Rotation, which will be a wipe day. So we potentially should be expecting it to be appearing earlier. If there's going to be an update coming out of it, then we would expect there to be also potentially an early Rustle Rotation. So hopefully we see some interesting things. And also to point out, because we've just had 2 weeks of Halloween skins, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some skins that were put in the workshop like a month ago or 5 weeks ago. That can happen. I'm talking JPEG Tier 3. I'm talking plenty of other things as well. So keep an eye out. I will do a video, of course, for Monday. We'll keep a good eye out and see what's potentially there, what potentially might get accepted. If this thing appearing potentially appears, will some other things come up and go up in price? You know, I will sit there and explain everything to you, because that's what I do. Because I'm crazy about skins. I need help. So, I've talked a long time. Week 2 of Halloween. Here it comes. There it is. Halloween this year. Not too crazy. I had some expectations, much like with the carvable pumpkin. It didn't go very far, did it? But I was right to assume that the items would be sticking around for 2 weeks. So that will probably have an impact on the price of the baseball bat, the Cultist deer torch, and of course, our dear friend, the hockey mask. Because more people will likely be buying them. And if the buy orders look strong at the moment, more people are very likely going to be buying them. So, yeah, that is everything, gentlemen. Normal skins next week. Next week, I start talking to you about getting prepared for Christmas investing. Christmas-related skins, festive-related skins, cold, winter, you name it, icy, ice. We'll be talking about it all. So, hope you're prepared. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And let's see what comes out for Wipe Day next week. So, thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And catch you later.